Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to
Ellie and Ellie.
Amazing
Day out.
Hi everybody. I am going to stop talking about this, like this eventually, but I just feel like now I have my mini microphone, I have to use a sultry and sexy voice from time to time. But I will talk normally. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you that haven't been here before, I'm Shelf-Induced Chaos, your chaotic curator for all things bookish. Today is a very, very special episode because I have a friend with me, Q friend. Here we have Ellie, also known as Literary Ellie for our Bookstagrammers on the video today. I nearly said call then. This feels very professional, like we're on a Teams call.
Podcast.
I felt very, very serious for a moment there. So I'm going to let Ellie introduce herself a little bit and then we'll talk about who we are to each other.
So I'm Ellie, also known as Literary Ellie on the Bookstagram. I've known Elle for about 6 months now, and this weekend is the first time we have made it out the group chat. So love all things books. We bond over books, and I also make the candles that Elle is always buying,
which we will talk about in a little bit more detail
yes,
later, because I had some surprise treats on this visit today. So I'm actually going to clip up, I think, rather than keep this in my hand.
How well this is going to work.
Are we clipped up? We're clipped up. Hopefully you guys can actually hear us, because that would be annoying if it wasn't working at all, but never mind. So, who are we to each other? As Ellie said, we have known each other for around 6 months now, and we bonded over books, Bookstagram, and our shared love for all things dragons, to be totally honest. Alongside this, we are admins in Chief with 2 other fantastic ladies, Emily and Beth, and we co-create and run the Chaotic Coven book club. So hi girls in the coven, because you will likely be watching this. So yeah, we made it out of the group chat, and we've had a little bit of a ride already this weekend, to be totally honest with you. Ellie has spent the last 12 hours kind of getting to grips with my chaotic family. So I thought it might be fun for Ellie to share a little bit about her experience with the Taylors, Mr. and Mrs. Shelf-Induced Chaos, and the little gremlin that we have as well.
Where to start? So the journey here was an interesting one. I got taken the most backwards way through Yorkshire possible, but we got here in the end, and then obviously was greeted by the lovely family.
Yes.
Got a lovely little hug off the little one, and Mr. Shelf-Induced Chaos, who's just as lovely as Mrs. Shelf-Induced Chaos. They've been nothing but welcoming. I live on my own with a cat, so already it's a lot busier than my household. But we've been vibing.
Absolutely. I think a really funny story to share is that wonderful Ellie, out of the kindness of her heart, decided to bring little one a gift, a beautiful Eeyore teddy. And for those of you that know me and little one really well, she is very, very into Pegasus and unicorns at the moment. And she also, a little bit like her mum, has a tendency to just put her foot straight in her mouth. So when presented with a gorgeous Winnie the Pooh Eeyore teddy, she looked at Ellie and said, Is there anything else in the bag? To which Ellie said, no. And Celine was like, I wanted a Pegasus. Proceeded to have somewhat of a temper tantrum. She is 3, so we'll give her a little bit of leeway for that. But it was just the most hilarious initial exchange between Ellie and little one, who actually loves the teddy, I might add. She's been carrying it around and slept with it for the last however long.
The initial disappointment didn't last too long.
No, it didn't. However, she does keep forgetting the name of Eeyore. And every time we're like, do you like Eeyore? And she's like,
Who's
that? So yeah, that was Ellie's initial idea of my family. 5 minutes. Closely followed by walking out into the back garden and seeing a ginormous rabbit just free running around the garden alongside a cat, 4 guinea pigs, and then there's the fish tank. So she absolutely has walked into utter chaos, and the irony of it is that we were stood in the kitchen having a moment and I said, just so you know, it's a little bit chaotic in here. 2 minutes later, Mr. Shelf and Juice Chaos walks in and says, it's a little bit chaotic in here, so bear with us.
It feels very on brand.
It is very on brand for us, absolutely on brand. So that was Ellie's first experience with the Taylor clan, albeit a relatively positive
I think me and the little one are besties now.
Yeah, absolutely. You got hugs, you got sweets given to you, which is like, for a toddler, sharing sweets is like, that's top tier friendship. And also, she did actually ask Ellie if Ellie wanted to sleep in her bed with her last night.
Obviously, she also wanted me to wipe her bum.
She did also want Ellie to wipe her bum this morning.
I did pass that one off to Mr. Shelf and Juice Chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex. Please come help me.
To which point, when little one's dad went to do that, she said, no, I want Mammy's friend.
I want Mammy's friend to do it.
But never mind, here we are. So actually, little one has gone off for a sleepover today, and Mr. Shelf and Juice Chaos has gone to Dungeons and Dragons for the afternoon. So we decided to pop out, see the sights of Middlesbrough Town Centre, which, if you could call it sights, I love my hometown, but it's very quiet over there at the moment. And we had a little bit of a mooch around Borough, didn't we? So what did we do?
We just went into a few different shops, had a mooch.
Yeah.
We got little one a pop.
A minion.
She loves minions at the minute.
Very into minions. So we went into Forbidden Planet and had a look around there. Disappointingly, the book selection was quite poor.
There wasn't really one.
No, there wasn't.
There was like a table.
Yeah, but the pop selection was top tier.
Yeah, it was really
I can't deny that. It was absolutely fantastic. So we came away with something for a little one. We then went to Waterstones, had a look around there because someone has £10 to spend
on my Waterstones card. And I didn't spend
it, which is quite shocking news.
Nothing really grabbed like I needed to go home with it. I feel like my issue at this point is I have all the books.
Yeah, that's probably one of, especially when it comes to hardbacks as well.
Yeah, so we'll save it and then hopefully there'll be a new release in a bit that I can treat myself to.
Absolutely. And then we came out and we decided, what random thing can we do to commemorate this visit?
Nice and permanent.
Something that we can look at every day and think,
smile.
Yeah. So we decided we were going to go and get some new piercings. So I treated myself to some new snake bites right here. And then about 2 hours later, because someone initially bottled the booking system and didn't have time for it, but we went back because I'm nothing if I'm not a good friend and chauffeur. So we went back and you got a lovely little love heart date, which actually
we now match.
So there we go. We have our commemorative piece. We did toy with the idea of matching tattoos, but I don't think we would have gotten anywhere for that.
No.
So this will do this time.
Bit cheaper as well.
Bit cheaper, yeah. Also, while we were out, I discovered that someone had tried to fraud me on my bank, but joke's on them, I'm poor. So they actually weren't able to successfully take any money.
Yeah, the card was declined.
Because there was nothing in there. The card was declined. So joke's on you, fraudsters. I am poor. Pick better prey in future. And then obviously we did have to make a special trip to the works, because for those of you that are in the book club that might be watching this, or those of you that have me on Bookstagram, you guys know that we have a pretty banging works in Teesside.
I can confirm.
You can confirm.
It's a good one.
And obviously it wouldn't have been a bookish visit if we didn't come away with some books. And for those of you that are fans of the works as well, you know that it is the summer of sprayed edges. So sprayed edges on fleek, there's tons and tons to choose from, so we thought we would just show you our mini hauls.
Yeah.
So let's start with our first book.
Of Flame and Fury.
Ta-da!
We both got this one.
We did. We actually spent a good 5 minutes digging through
For the best ones.
trying to find the best ones, the ones with the least amount of damage. But if you look at those edges there, they are just absolutely beautiful feathers. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what this one is going to be about?
So this is set on the island of Kendor. Phoenix racing is the most profitable and deadly work you can find, and no one knows that better than Phoenix tamer Keelan Vara. So it's all about phoenixes, and we love anything with fire and
Wings.
flying. Yeah. And long story short, this is basically an enemies to lovers, and we are very, very big fans
Yeah.
of enemies to lovers. So this ticked all of the boxes. We took 2 seconds to look at the back of it, and we were like, sold.
As soon as I saw the words, when Kelly's forced to team up with the one rider she can't stand,
Arrogant, hot-headed Warren.
I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't need any more information than
No.
what I've just read in that 2 seconds. Give me this one. And this one was £6.
Yeah.
£6. Do you know what I mean? Absolute bargain. So, would you like to go next? Because after this, we deviated from the plan and we actually got separate books for separate reasons.
So I got The Dagger and the Flame, also a lovely sprayed edge. I just heard good things about this one.
Yes, a couple of my friends and actually our very own Emily recently bought this one in York.
And it
as well.
says again, a fiery enemies to lovers romantasy. So
And I actually have that on my shelf downstairs.
yeah,
So we can
you can body
read that one.
Yeah, so this is just, I love a sprayed edge, I love an enemies to lovers, and the reviews have been good.
Yeah,
So
really good.
this was an easy pickup. This was also £6.
Bargain! So then I picked up one that I do have on Kindle, I'm not going to lie, but I haven't read it yet. And the one I have on Kindle was gifted by a lovely bookstagrammer called Lauren Loves Books 24. So thank you very much.
Well, Ninja Lauren.
Ninja Lauren, as we call her, because she treats you when you least expect it. She also is on YouTube, so please give her a follow and subscribe. I have this one on Kindle, but it's such a pretty book that I think sometimes it's worth just having the shelf trophy. So this is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I haven't read any Chloe Walsh books yet, I'll be totally honest with you, but I would say at least 50% of our book club have read and loved these books. I'll be honest, the covers are stunning, I'll be totally honest about that. But I feel like just looking at the covers for me, sometimes it's not always massively appealed to me because I thought it was just some corny, really fluffy romance. But I've actually been told it's not, is it? It's quite the opposite, really. So I do plan on giving this a go. And once I finish my current read, which is a short KM or an over, I'm going to read this one and I will obviously give you my opinion on this. So for anyone that hasn't read this one, this is essentially, the strapline is, when two worlds collide, nothing will ever be the same again. And I get the feeling it's a rugby romance-ish.
High school rugby. Well, the guy plays rugby.
Okay. And I'm a massive fan of rugby players just in general, so I probably will enjoy this one. So that was my pick. And this absolute mammoth was £5.50. Bargain. What about your second pick?
So my last one is 4 Ruined Realms. So I actually, when I was at home a few weeks back, went to Works in search for this, and they didn't have it. So when I saw it, I got very excited.
Yeah.
Again, lovely little sprayed edge. And the strapline of this one is, the King of Yusan may be the greatest liar of them all. So again, very excited for this one, and tick some more boxes really. And plus I just think it's such a pretty, the arrows and the binds and stuff, it screams appeal to me. So
did did you tell me I actually have this one on my shelf downstairs?
You got that one?
No, I've got 5 broken blades. Again, this really feeds into I have far too many books on my TBR and I need to get through them. I was on a book buying ban, but I feel like
This doesn't
count because it's like a friendship visit. It's an activity in itself. So I feel like I get a pass for this one. But it does just remind me that I really need to start getting through my shelf.
But I also feel like you can't meet up with a book friend.
And not buy books.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. So my final choice, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a wild card.
It's a rogue one.
It's completely and utterly random, but me and Ellie are also book moms. We're book moms, but we're also cat moms. And I don't know why, but when I saw this cover, I just had to have it. So this one is Cake Off at the Cat Cafe, which when I picked this one up and was like, I'm gonna buy this, Ellie was like,
what does it say on the front?
it literally
It's just
it's not my usual pick, we'll be talking about that. But if you look closely here, the cafe is called the Cappuccino Cafe.
You were sold at that point.
I stand by it. It's got cats on the cover, it's pretty, it's a cappuccino cafe, and like I say, it is not what people would probably expect me to purchase, I'll be honest. But actually,
it's £3.
It's £3. It was £3, and even if I just keep it as a memory of this trip because it's cute and it was a funny story. But actually, it doesn't sound half bad. So Clem is a baker in charge of creating delicious cat-themed treats for loyal customers of the Cappuccino Cat Cafe. From iced coffee kitten donuts to macarons with ears and whiskers, Clem's creations always bring a smile to the face of anyone lucky enough to taste them. So it's quite positive, quite cosy. But then it gets a bit dark. But outside of the cafe's kitchen, Clem struggles with feelings of anxiety and where she fits in, until Sylvie, the owner of the cafe, decides to push her out of her comfort zone. The whisked away baking competition is a chance for Clem to shine and find her confidence. Also competing this year is Lucas, the owner of Muddy Paws Cafe, which is a dog cafe.
Sequel.
Yeah, accompanied by his faithful golden retriever. The stage is set for an epic cake-off between cats and dogs, but as Clem stumbles in the first challenge, Lucas always seems to be there with encouraging words and a smile. The chemistry between them is undeniable. So this seems like a cosy romance. Not my usual style. I will read it. And for £3, it's cute, okay? I stand by it. I chose it. I'm going to live with that decision forever. There we go. So that was our haul. So we came away.
I've got one more thing.
Oh, you have? She's got one more.
This was
thing.
my £3 rogue purchase.
Very rogue purchase.
Sweet Life colouring book. I can't even remember what the shop's called.
Was it W.H. Smith?
No, it wasn't.
Sorry, W.H. Smith, it wasn't you. It was like a random post office that had books.
Yeah. We saw books, we were like, we'll go in, and then this was £3. But it's just got cute, pictures in it, and why not? So we're going to do some colouring later.
Yeah.
And for £3, it will keep me occupied.
Yes, and I have a whole drawer of colouring pens. So we are going to spend a little bit of cosy time after we try a Teesside staple, the parmo. We're popping out at 6:30 for a Manjaro's parmo. And for those of you that don't know what a parmo is, it is essentially the most unhealthy thing that you will ever eat in your life. I'll be totally honest.
Which makes it so good.
Yeah. Fried, this sounds really bad, but it's delicious. Fried breaded chicken. So southern fried chicken almost, but not southern fried.
Yeah.
It's not spicy.
Battered chicken.
Battered chicken, yeah. Bechamel sauce on top. And then probably a full block of cheese. So
Carbs and fats and dairy.
yeah, and
in the best way possible.
And generally you partner it with chips.
More carbs.
And garlic sauce, which is another Teesside staple. No one does garlic sauce like Teesside, I'm sorry.
Garlic sauce.
No one does it like Teesside. So we will come home with tummy aches.
Bloated and probably quite unhappy, but worth it.
Yeah, I think it will be satisfied. It's on that sliding scale of satisfaction when it comes to food. So we will let you know what Ellie thinks of the Teesside parmo. You might become a parmo advocate. So we'll let you know on that one. But we do want to talk about a couple of other things, because I just really want to highlight my friend and the wonderful business that she has created. And I just want to give it a little bit of airtime today. We're going to talk about a couple of the treats that she's brought me, and we'll show you them. We're going to do a little bit of a scenting, and we're also, like my last video, going to pair them with some book choices for you. So I think, first of all, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the business and just ask kind of where the idea came from for the business.
Yep. So I'm a home girl. I like to be home. I like to be comfortable. And one of the things I loved was like sitting at home, reading a book with a candle lit, especially on like a rainy day. The vibes are immaculate. And then I was looking online and there just wasn't like candles that fit the vibe. So I decided to make them.
Yeah.
So we started off, the first collection was the trope collection. So we had like Grumpy Sunshine, Enemies to Lovers, Found Family, Only One Bed, Forced Proximity.
Yeah. Perfect Storm.
Perfect Storm.
Limited edition.
That was a limited edition one. And then it kind of took off from there. So we've recently just done the first 3 in the genre collection. There's Thriller Reader, Romantasy Reader, and Romance Reader. We'll be adding to both as time goes on. But yeah, I've just kind of taken scents and taken tropes and candles and just sort of paired them so that when you're reading, you've got the scent of what you're reading, really.
Love it. And also, can I ask, like, what sort of, how did you feel when you thought, right, I actually am going to just do this now? Like, was it a long process, or did you like wake up one day and you were like, I'm ready, this is what I want to do?
Bit of both.
Yeah? Tell me a little bit about that.
I knew it was what I wanted to do, but obviously it took time to get to the point to be ready.
Yeah.
Because I had to do sampling with jars, waxes, dyes.
Allergy testing, I imagine, and things like that as well,
Yeah,
almost.
burn testing, wick testing.
Yeah.
But also, you know, designing the labels, figuring out the best type of label, all of that jazz. So there was a lot of tinkering before I was then happy with the initial product.
Prototype, yeah.
And then going forward, it's not too hard to sort of make the tweaks for whatever I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of both. It was like, I knew this was going to be what happened. It was just took a bit of time to get to a point. But then it was obviously nerve-wracking. You know, the first few orders went out, which I was so grateful for, but then like, that's in someone's home.
Yeah, like what if it all just goes wrong?
Yeah.
What if I've just been absolutely gaslighting myself?
Yeah, I think they smell good.
Is this what people want? Am I nose blind? No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I, for one, can say that every single candle I've had from you is just, it's on a different level to a lot of candles. I mean, I'm a candle girl, I'm a melt girl, I have burners all over the house, which you've seen. And I find that when I go back to some of my old ones, if I'm sort of running low on yours, I'll just pour them out and I'll go back to yours, because it just, there's just an elevated experience with the scent, and it does last so much longer. And actually, even if you don't burn them and you've got them in the room, the room just smells really good. And it's also what I love about your candles is they're not samey. Like, you know, some, like you get some scents where they're all really samey. Yours are so vastly different. And it's like you've really nailed down those signatures for all of them. So I think that's really great. I think one thing I think you should do at some point, this is my suggestion, live, I would love like a cozy bookshop scent. That's something I think all readers would love, like even a dusty cozy bookshop scent. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be so much fun. And I also, as an autumn girly, winter girly, I can't wait to see your launches towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're going to be doing some really exciting stuff in that time. So I can't wait to see that. So, should we have a look at these candles that you've brought me?
Yeah.
Which one should we start with?
It's you.
I'm going to go proximity. So I'm going for the one that's in front of me. And I'm going Romantasy Reader. So here we have Romantasy Reader. There we go. There you go, so you can see that a little bit better. And here we have this lovely I think like such a blended kind of almost tie-dye design. I think in the top it's so aesthetic, and even as it burns, what's really cool is that as it burns down, obviously it goes to liquid, but when it dries again you still have that like musky kind of design sitting underneath it. So tell me about Romantasy Reader, tell me what inspired you, and tell me about the scent.
So Romantasy Reader's probably me in a nutshell. I love romantasy books. I have a dragon tattooed on the back of my neck, which is very similar to the dragon on the front of the label. I think it's my favourite label.
Yeah.
It's definitely my favourite label. And I don't know, when I think of fantasy, like romantasy, you think of like purples, dark blues,
Skies,
dragons,
dragons. Yeah.
So like, yeah, kind of moody.
Yeah.
So that's the colour I went with for that. The scent, it's fresh, but it's sort of electric. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I get that. Yeah, it is very fresh. So this one is darkly sweet and spellbinding, a fresh blend of wild berries, soft florals and sandalwood. We all love a bit of sandalwood. Let Luna set the mood for your next magical love story. I had to really because I am so blind, like I definitely need to get my eyes checked, because even with my glasses on I'm still totally blind at the moment. But when I smell this one, you can definitely, what I love about it is you can find the smokiness of the sandalwood in there. It's layered. But what you also have is that tartness of the berries, which is contrasting to the sandalwood scent, but it works and it's really nice. But it's also, like you say, it's that freshening smell. It doesn't smell musky, it smells fresh.
And it's not too sweet either.
And it's not, yeah, it's what I mean, there's like a tartness to it, and I love that kind of scent. So I'm like a sour girl, like I love sour sweets, I love fizzy things. Like, so when I smell this, you know, when you said electric, I think fizzy when I smell it. It smells fizzy, and I know that sounds really weird because it doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean there. So with my last video, I paired the candle scents with some books from my shelves, books that I've read or books that I wanted to read, and I've scented this one and I've picked a book, and evidently it's a book that Ellie actually bought me as a gift, and it is A Language of Dragons, and this one is by S.F. Williamson. As you can see, there's a dragon on the front, bit of a no-brainer. It's also blue, so it kind of fit in the theme, but actually this is all about dragons and revolution, and I'll read you a little extract. I don't want to read the whole thing. London, 1923. Dragons soar through the skies and protests erupt in the streets, but Vivian Featherswallow isn't worried. She's going to follow the rules and get an internship studying dragon languages. By midnight, Viv has started a civil war. Now, I'm not going to say anything more than that, but what I will show you is the gorgeous inside pages of this book. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and then when you actually put it next to the candle, it just works really well. So I will be burning my Romantasy Reader when I'm reading this one. So should we have a look at the second one that you brought me? So this one, complete surprise, absolute treat, had no idea. We were laughing in the kitchen as well because I made an order for a friend and then just started opening her order as well, because I was like, it's a box, I'm going to open it. So sorry, Kath, I didn't get through it though, so don't worry. But this one was a surprise treat for me.
For letting me stay.
For letting her stay. For housing you.
Yeah.
And feeding you.
Yeah.
And encouraging you to make
Questionable
spontaneous decisions. And this one is the limited, so I feel very special, edition, booked for the summer. And it's there, and the smell's already hitting me in the face. Like, I can literally smell it from here. This one is the signature summer scent. Oh, signature summer scent.
Yeah, it's inspired by pina colada.
And I'll tell you something, it smells exactly like a bloody pina colada. I'm not even going to be like, it's got a bit of that. No, it's literally like, there's a drink under my nose. Yeah. It's got absolutely everything. And as you can see, it's glittery, it's sparkly, and do you know what this really reminds me of? What's the Solero? You know the Solero ice creams that have got the ice cream in the middle, but they're like mango on the outside? Don't you think that just looks exactly like that? And that is peak summer for me. Or holiday, when you're on holiday and you get one of those delicious ice creams that's got the fruit on the outside but the cream on the in. That's exactly what that is. So as you can see, also it has its limited edition sticker. And one thing I love about these candles is that the quality of the jars are so fantastic, and I tend to repurpose them. So I have my old candles currently in use. So I've got bookmarks in some of them, I've got jewellery in others, I use some as tea light holders now. It's brilliant. Another idea that you could do, we're just spitballing here, is you could do a recycling service.
Yeah.
Taking jars back and reusing them.
Well, something I'm thinking of doing in the future is maybe selling refills.
That'd be great, because obviously these candles are soy candles as well, so better for the environment, they're sustainable, non-toxic. And as you guys who purchased from Ellie's business, Flicker and Fiction, might have seen on the website that she actually did a launch last weekend of like wonky candles. So nothing. Waxident Wednesday she called it, which was inspired by the way, which means nothing gets wasted and everything gets used. And I think that's really important as well.
Yeah, so any candles that the colours didn't come out great, they're a little bit frosted, or
yeah,
you know, some of the wax melts that have spilt a tiny bit so they don't look
as perfect
as I'd like to sell them for full price, rather than just throwing them away. They're just, and I find a lot of people have said to me that the candles are too pretty to burn.
So some people want a wonky one for the scent.
For the scent, so they can burn it.
I get that. So before we move on talking about the scent of this one, another thing that I did just want to mention about Flicker and Fiction is that you have recently just added a new option for buyers. So we all know what it's like sometimes. Some of us can be a little bit indecisive. If we can't sort of imagine the scent, or we don't have a favourite, sometimes we can be a little bit, like which one can I buy? So you've recently just launched a new section.
Yeah, mystery candle. So the limited editions unfortunately won't be included in it, but any of our standard candles, if you just want to try one, you like the sound of all of them, you're not sure, you can literally just put in mystery candle to your basket and I'll pick one for you. You can always add your like Bookstagram handle to the order notes, so I can have a look at your account, see what your vibes are, and then try and match a candle for you. So if you're not sure what you think, it's weird because sometimes I can look at someone and be like, I know you'll like this scent.
You're a false proximity.
Yeah.
You're an enemies to lovers. Yeah.
So it's just one of them where I think it's just good. So if you're not sure, if you just kind of want to dip your toe in and try one and you don't know where to start, then mystery candle.
And also, that is also a really cool option maybe for people that are gifting candles to other people. So if they're making an order for somebody else as a gift, they could go mystery candle and put that person's handle in, so that they could be like, you know, this was like a surprise, you know, out of the blue, mystery candle. That's like a really nice, a whole nice thing, I think. So I love that idea. And I think I might actually do one myself just like for fun. So back to booked for the summer. This one, pina colada, as we say. So it's a tropical escape for the literary soul, notes of coconut, which I love coconut.
It's not too strong though.
It's not too strong, it's just subtle enough, like a bounty.
I wouldn't say that. People either love or hate a bounty.
I love a bounty!
Like, bounties are the Marmite of the chocolate world.
Okay, fine, not like a bounty. It's a little bit of coconut. Pineapple, which bloody love pineapple, just in all of its forms, all formats. And orange. Set the scene for your perfect summer read. And it actually does. Like, this smells like holiday. It smells, and also, I don't know whether I'm just imagining this and I'm just making this up because of the vibes and the smell that I am getting. It gives me a hint of sun cream as well. You know, that tropical Malibu kind of like sun creamy, that beautiful smell that everybody kind of thinks about when they think about being abroad on holiday for their summer getaway. Like that kind of smell. But it's really, really deeply pina colada, I'll be completely honest. And I can't wait to burn that one, but I also don't want to burn it. So pretty. So we actually had a discussion about like this one really too. Like, oh, I am not the most summery of people. I'll be totally honest with you.
You're an autumn girly.
I'm an autumn girly. Most of my books are dark covers, but I do like, you know, got the cat cafe. I do like to be a bit more diverse in my choices sometimes. So when we talked about this one, we thought a good pairing for this is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. And do you want to tell the readers a little bit about this one?
So we went for this one as well because it's set in a summer camp.
Yeah.
So it's basically two people. So it says, when Ross and Aurora cross paths at a university party, a drinking game ends with them spending the night together. But Aurora slips away before Ross learns her full name. I can't say it.
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Ends when they both turn up to their first day of work as camp counsellors, a job they had both chosen to escape Maple Hills for the summer. So it's a nice summer romance, this one. So we thought it would pair quite well with a summer candle.
And also you burn candles, and it's called Wildfire. So even more of a connection. It's like that light bulb moment, like the light bulb moment that Alex had last night when we were watching Despicable Me. Because there was a nun
with nunchucks.
And he was like, why would a nun have nunchucks? And I simply looked at him and said,
they're called
nunchucks. My husband, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't always get it straight away. So that is sort of the end of our pairing and the end of our video.
Yeah.
Because we do need to go and get ready to go and eat food.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm devastated.
Yeah.
But when we get back, we're going to be getting cozy for the night. We're going to have some face masks on. We're going to have some colouring. We're going to try and watch a movie. The movie we watched last night. Dreadful, right? Like, what was it even called?
No Hard Feelings?
No Hard Feelings. So we were looking for a movie to watch and we were thinking, do we go like classic old school rom-com? And we thought, no, we'll try something that we've not seen. And we thought, Jennifer Lawrence, The Hunger Games, you know, a myriad of fantastic blockbuster films.
It was not a good film.
It was pure nonsense.
There was a few jaw-dropping moments.
Yeah, that I was not expecting. I was not expecting to see a full frontal Jennifer Lawrence. I will tell you that much for free.
Yeah, and then there was one point where you came back in and you were like, what's happened? And I was like, I honestly couldn't tell you.
And I'm not being funny, I'm not a prude, don't mind seeing a naked body, but it just was not
what we expected in the moment.
I did not expect to see Jennifer Lawrence's vagine
crawling out of the ocean,
fighting for people. Like, I bet we're just really making it sound as chaotic as it felt watching it. I felt like I was in a fever dream watching this film.
And we'd only had one drink.
You'd had a cup of tea by that point.
Yeah.
Like,
we weren't drunk.
No.
It wasn't like we'd made bad decisions up until that point.
No.
So it honestly, there's no words.
I've never seen anything like it.
I don't even think I can rate it. Like, if you said what is it out of 10, I honestly, I don't know how I feel.
Absolutely not. But if you want to find out for yourself,
it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, so please do watch it and let us know in the comments what you think, or if you've watched it already, let us know your thoughts. Like, are we missing something here, or was it just absolute nonsense from start to finish? Nonsense. And actually, when it got to the end, I still don't know how it ended.
I don't either.
I don't know how it ended. 1 minute the film was happening, and the next minute it was the credits. I don't know. But we'll end this wonderful video on Jennifer Lawrence's vagine.
Take that how you will. No.
So thank you. Thank you for watching this video. It was absolutely gorgeous to have you on with me. It's the first time I've ever done a video with somebody else as well. So it was a nice special moment for me. So if you're watching this, buckle in. Well, you'll be at the end now, so you can't buckle in because we're at the end.
I feel like this song doesn't stop very well.
It's now falling apart, but at least we got through everything that we wanted to talk about. Yeah. But we will leave you with, thank you for watching. Please don't unsubscribe.
I won't be back if you don't want me to.
Like, comment, tell us what you think, and have a wonderful Saturday. Bye.